Hi, everybody. I just wanted to talk about something that I heard on the radio the other day, and it's been on my heart and on my mind for quite some time now. It just annoys the heck out of me. What the commercial said is that, did you know that today in America, depending on what zip code you're born in, determines your success in life? And it talked about how if you're born in one person born in this zip code has all these opportunities, and yet less than a mile away, 6 blocks away, born in a different zip code, he has no opportunities. And that is a bunch of crap. I can't stand listening to that kind of stuff. This is America, and in America, it doesn't matter what zip code you're in. It makes no difference what house you were born in. It doesn't matter what your address is. It doesn't matter what your skin tone is, your skin color, what religion, race, creed. It doesn't make any difference. What matters is your decisions. And the decisions that you make are what determine your success or your failures in life. And I listen to this stuff, and there's so much stuff out there today that makes people feel like victims. And that's what that commercial was, one of the things that makes people feel like victims. And let me tell you something. You're the only way that you are a victim is if you allow yourself to become one. Because in this country, the people who have it the worst off in this country have it better off than 70% of the world out there. So don't become a victim. Don't listen to that kind of stuff. If people who want you to have a victim mentality are people who want to keep you down, and they have something to gain by that. They have something to gain by keeping people down and keeping people within that victim mentality. Because when you have a victim mentality, what you do is you blame other people. You don't take responsibility for yourself. You don't take responsibility for your actions. And when you don't take responsibility for your actions, you're not going to have the success that you want. It's always going to be just a pipe dream. You have to take responsibility for your actions. You have to take responsibility for your inactions and make the decisions that are going to make you successful and get you closer to your dreams. Part of the problem that I see with people today is they think that failure is failure, and failure doesn't mean that you failed and that you're no good. What failure means is that you got to try a different way to do it. Yeah, that's how you learn. You learn in the times when you fail. You don't learn much when you're succeeding, when you're successful. You've already learned what there is to learn by the time you get to that point. Failure is part of the process. Welcome the failure, because that means that you're doing something. When you're failing, it means you're doing something. When you're quitting, that's a different story. Quitting is completely different. Not trying is completely different. There's nothing wrong with failure. Failure is part of the process. Welcome it, accept it, and love it, because it's what makes you better. But in this country that we live in right now, you guys, and I don't practice this stuff. I'm not going to re-record this. This is just me, raw emotion. Do not become a victim. You live in America. I don't care what your thoughts and feelings are. This isn't political. This isn't Republican, Democrat, Independent, liberal, whatever. It's none of that. We are all people. We're all human beings. And we all have the same wants and desires. We all want to be successful. We all have dreams that we want to fulfill. We want what's best for our families. We want to live long, healthy, prosperous lives. But that's never going to happen if you listen to people who keep you thinking that you're a victim. Take responsibility for your life. Take responsibility for your actions, and accept the ramifications of your actions and your decisions. And that's when you can start to move forward. But until that happens, nothing's ever going to change, guys. And you turn on the radio and you hear all this stuff that continually makes people think and negatively and feel like they're victims. I would turn off every news station. I don't care if it's CNN, ABC, MSNBC, all of them, Fox, all of them. Shut it off. None of it is positive. None of it does anything to help us move forward as a country and as a people. And the bottom line is we need to get to a place to where we can start encouraging each other, even though we disagree on certain issues in life. We may not have the same viewpoints. We may not have the same beliefs, but we're still human beings. We're all still Americans, and we need to help and encourage one another to become prosperous and lift each other up and stop the victim mentality. It is so it's just everywhere, guys. I mean, you just look at it, and people don't accept responsibility for stuff anymore. They're blaming the government. You got one group of people blaming a different group of people, and that's not how it works. You know what I mean? It shouldn't work that way. If you're a black person and you believe that, and you live in the hood, then get out. There's a lot of people who do. If you're a Mexican person and you live in the hood, get out. If you're a white person and you live in the hood, get out. There is story after story after story of people who are able to get out of their current situation because they wanted to, they had the desire, and they made the decision to do it. They made different choices than the people who were around them, and that's the key. Make different choices. I don't care what your race is. It doesn't matter. Race has nothing to do with your success in America. Zero. And if you believe that it does, then that's your problem. That's why you're where you're at. So, guys, let's change our thinking. Let's work together to encourage one another to get rid of this victim mentality and make America the country that we all want it to be. And that's when we're all prosperous, when we're all able to live the American dream and partake in all the blessings and the things that our founding fathers wanted us to partake in. But we gotta start accepting responsibility for our own lives, our own actions, and not give that up to somebody else, because let me tell you something, they're not going to want what's best for you. They're going to want what's best for themselves. They're not going to do what is best for you. They're not going to pay you more than they're going to pay themselves. So get out there and make it happen for yourself. Don't worry about failing. Failing is part of the process. Love the failure, because you're learning. That's when you learn. That's when you're going to get better. It makes you sharper. It sharpens your saw. So that's what I had to say today, guys. And the next time something gets on my heart, we'll come back and talk about that. See ya.